Hey, what's going on, YouTube? I'm here to bring you a quick tutorial on Second Earth with some tips and some things that you can do that can make your game go a lot smoother
Do
if you
you
are
want to
finding
breathe
trouble.
unprocessed air again?
We're gonna
Smell some.
start with Sector W2. So I mean, first mission is pretty easy. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. If you're finding a little trouble with it, you know, here's a little quick tutorial on how to do it. There's some little things you could do that can definitely help you. I do some tricks in here and tips and tricks that can definitely boost your economy and things that you can do that can definitely help maximize your base efficiency. Um, but for now, right now, this is just a tutorial on how to do it. I don't really agree with the beginning of this tutorial. As you clearly see, I can't really do anything, so you know. But so far, so good. Alright, so let's just speed along, and we're gonna fast forward a little bit. easy, nothing to it. Yeah, so if you had a little bit of trouble, just follow the steps I just did there. Just slow it down if you have to. So this is the second mission that we're going to be going on to. We just got our garrison, we got our community and farm, and all the good stuff that we're going to be needing. Actually, the community has a really good defense wall that actually puts up, and it actually provides a couple of units that can actually fire if you get trapped. So this is a little neat trick that I like to use, but not. I'll show you in a moment, as soon as I can clear the little tutorial thing in the beginning. So this is pretty self-explanatory. There's nothing really to it. By the way, you need power to power everything. So as you clearly see, later in the game you get more power cells, different types of power. Like you can transfer food into power, and you can also translate Terrarium, which is a good source of using it for a turret that you get to use, a long range turret, which is very good and helpful. So this is going to be pretty self-explanatory here. So just follow the steps I just did here, and you should be fine. Using the community as a wall, because for some reason the walls that they give you do not hold that well, and they break pretty easily and pretty fast, and they actually get destroyed so quickly that you don't even have enough time to repair, especially when later in the game where you actually get other bugs that actually come and attack you, where they are exploding bugs. So the wildlife really do a number on your building, and there's not enough. I don't think your deterrence or there's any really a good way of dealing with them. Simply put, is because the fact that the bugs do tend to avoid your traps that you do get later in the game, which is kind of annoying. I don't know if it's I guess it's because it's a bug in the game, or a glitch, or just a really bad coding in the concept, or if that was intentionally. I'm not really sure. However, I don't think the way the developers use the way they use you're supposed to use the community in this fashion. But yes, there is a small problem with the game where the bugs sometimes will ignore traps and stuff like that. So I decided to use this as a way to use as a defense, because it will give you almost like a permanent wall. And also the trucks, when they go by, they don't die. They actually just they squish them. The only way that the truck will die is if they kill the garage. And if they don't kill the garage, your truck will just sit there and run them over, which you'll see in just a moment. Alright, this is mission 3 of 4 that we're going to do today. And yeah, this is pretty not self-explanatory. This is a little bit of a tricky one. You got to use the, you have to use the Terrarium and put them in the turrets so you can make really good bombs. And this is what I'm talking about, where you don't need to connect buildings. This is how you can get an efficient layout of whatever buildings you need without actually endangering some things that you need. Then you can also use the building for protection. This map, you're not going to really need a lot of ore as much as you're going to need Terrarium. I go ahead and try to make two different, I make two different thing here. It's actually a really good setup if you put 2 turrets on there, because you can and will probably get overrun if you don't do it right. The thing I like about this little strategy is that the cars just run over everything. Like, look. Boom, 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 boom. The car actually finishes them off, which is actually fantastic. So yeah, so that's that. And this mission is pretty much over with already. I'm already on wave 3, and yeah, that would be pretty much it. I mean, you can add a little turrets. You don't really need them. You can add them. Not really needed. But as you clearly see, you just blow everything up. And you're done. Alright, so now we're moving on to Mission 4, Sector Q9, and this is pretty this is more about self-awareness, because it does require, but if you do it my way, then you can breeze right through this, because they all funnel into one point, which actually makes it a lot easier. You just need one defense building. But the thing is that the bugs are still in alpha. Like I said, this is alpha, and the bugs don't really work the way they should. I don't think that they should go around walls or traps, and sometimes they don't even get caught on them. Which we don't even have traps yet until I think another 2 or 3 missions in. And speaking of which, is very effective way to do this would be to do what I'm doing here. It only requires one solar panel to power these 2 buildings, which is actually really good, and 1 garage. If you can manage to squeeze everything in, you'd be fine. I don't know why, but like I said, this is still in alpha phase, and this one is pretty easy. And I just build random stuff just for whatever just for randomness, because I have the excess funds. So yeah, I'm gonna speed this up in a moment, and yeah. All right, yeah, that's how you beat this mission. And yeah, this is pretty easy. I mean, the walls really just, I mean, the community just really holds up against it. But yeah, thank you for liking this video or watching. And if you like the video, please hit the like button and subscribe down below. Thank you, and have a good day. I will see you in the next video for the next 4 missions.